Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So Amazon is the latest company to join this cloud gaming service thing, and that's my opinion. The only company that's doing it right is Microsoft with its project Xcloud. There's also Nvidia, but companies didn't like the way Nvidia did it. That is to say, when the beta launched, you just had to go to your Steam library and just pick the game that you have already purchased and play it on the cloud. But now things are a little bit more complicated for Nvidia GeForce now, and it's still the second best. And now with this Amazon thing, I think this one is the third best, if you will, or like slightly better than Google Stadia, but still not very convincing enough, and I will explain why. So this cloud gaming service is called Luna, and there is a subscription called Luna Plus, and it supports more than 100 games according to The Verge. Amazon is using Windows servers and Nvidia GPUs, and this, just like The Verge says, will allow developers to have their games ported to this Luna service much more easily than they can do on Google Stadia, because Google Stadia is based on Linux. There is also here in this second paragraph talking about teraflops and whatnot, but again, all of this is not very important because the business model is what's most important, and then after that comes those technical specifications and teraflops and GPUs, etc, etc. And again, according to The Verge, this targets 1080p gaming and it will support 4K, and Amazon says that it's coming soon. There is this controller which Amazon claims has a lot less latency than Bluetooth controllers, even though you can use your Bluetooth controller just to play those games. If you want the Amazon controller, which costs around $50, you can buy it. And in this paragraph here, again, they're speaking about teraflops and GPUs and what each competitor is using. So for example, Sony is using custom PlayStation hardware, Microsoft is using Xbox hardware, and they will move it to the Xbox Series X in 2021. They talk again about teraflops. And then the last paragraph here says Amazon's use of Windows software and Nvidia hardware and its embrace of rival stores and services gives it a big advantage over Google Stadia service, and that's actually the point here. It is just enough to beat Google Stadia in a way, but it's way inferior to Project Xcloud. Stadia has struggled to attract enough content and subscribers to make its model appealing, and Google's promises of YouTube integration have failed to materialize. Yeah, that's again another thing that Google couldn't implement as of now. That means there is only around 90 games on Stadia compared to 150 on Microsoft Xbox Game Pass, and more than 100 on Luna, and more than 800 games on Nvidia's GeForce Now service. But the very important factor to take into consideration in all of this is the price, and price alone gives Xbox like a huge advantage over all of competition combined, because you don't have to pay the games that you want to play. You pay for the service and you get the games that Xbox is putting into their Game Pass, and with more than 150 games, it's a very good deal. Now there is also Nvidia GeForce Now with more than 800 games, but a lot of these games are unfortunately old games because developers don't want their new AAA games to be on GeForce Now. And for Amazon, there is only competition between it and Stadia insofar as Stadia has this $10 a month and you buy the games. With Amazon's Luna Plus, you still pay $5 a month, but you have to pay the games. Like, you're just paying for the service, and you're not going to have games for free unless they have, you know, like 1 or 2 games for free. But the gist of it is that you have to buy the game and you can play it on the cloud. And I think that's the most important factor that made Google Stadia dead on arrival, and I think also Amazon is just going to compete with Stadia and get some of its customers to go to Luna rather than staying on Stadia. But will it be able to have some customers from Nvidia GeForce Now or Xbox Game Pass? I think that's very, very, very difficult. And from the very first day that Google Stadia launched, everyone was disappointed with the fact that you will have to buy the games in order to play them. The huge majority of people and gamers didn't like this idea because, you know, it is very possible that these servers will shut down one day and then all of the library of games that you own is just going to disappear. There is no guarantee that you're going to keep those games, even if the service business shuts down. And a lot of people who play games already have hardware, like they have PCs and they have consoles. So why would they pay a monthly subscription of $10 for Stadia or $5 for Amazon just to play games on the cloud? And of course there is problem with internet bandwidth and even internet availability in some places, even in the United States, let alone in other places of the world. I don't know what made Amazon make this decision of having this cloud gaming service that you have to pay for a monthly fee and you have to pay for the games as well. Do they think that Google Stadia has enough benefit and then they want to compete with it? Or was it just thinking that, yeah, maybe Google Stadia survived for a little bit more and maybe it's lucrative for them? It could be only speculation from the side of Amazon, or it could be factual data that there are some people who play games on the cloud and the number of them is enough to sustain a business model. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Do you think that Amazon and its cloud gaming service has a chance to thrive in today's gaming climate, especially with competitors like GeForce Now and Xbox Game Pass? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more news and to like the video if you liked it. I will talk to you again soon. Have a good one.